I think he actually might be a superhero. What you know is almost every business he starts, everyone condemns it to immediate failure. Everyone thinks it's destined to fail. It cannot be achieved. It's always done on a massive, grandiose scale with a massive, grandiose plan. And he's delivered. I mean, look at SpaceX. SpaceX is probably the most coveted company in the world right now by every other successful business person. And people said it's never going to work. This is going to throw good money after bad. It's never going to work. Look at what SpaceX does around the world now. Look at the satellite systems, never mind anything else, are just on a different level to anything we've seen. You know, he's even, I saw the other day, planning to help with the countryside issue in the UK. If you live in the countryside, you don't get a phone signal. He said, I'll sort that for you, right? He just thinks, I'll fix Britain and his phone signal. That's how he thinks. Then you look at X and what he's done there. It's gone from 67% Democrat, 32% Republican on X, to now it's pretty well 50-50. That's Elon Musk. He's redressed the balance. He's made it easier for conservatives not to be deplatformed and removed just because of their political allegiance. Again, so he's democratized, if you like, this very undemocratic but massively popular, powerful social media tool. So I look at all the things he's been doing, and I think, actually, what's the common thread here? All of it is a force for good. All of it ultimately is designed to save us from ourselves. If you look at it, what is a superhero? A superhero is somebody who thinks on a massively big scale for the good of the people and often saves the people from themselves. And I'm not saying he's a perfect human being. He can be difficult and all the rest of it. Of course he can. And he wouldn't say he's perfect himself. But by a superhero criteria, right now in the world, who is a bigger transformative superhero right now than Elon Musk? Who?
High and valid praise of Elon Musk there from Piers Morgan. It's hard not to respect and admire a guy who's not only trying to do good and be useful at scale, but is doing good and being useful at a scale no other person on the planet, at least currently, is. Superhero is certainly one fair way to describe Elon Musk, but I much prefer the term MVP of Earth, most valuable player. And interestingly enough, you'll notice a common thread among Elon's haters. This is a universal trait. They are all, without exception, among the least valuable players. Worse still, many of them have the toxic mindset, a false belief that they can't add any value or be useful. So not only do they not try, but they deride others who have tried, do try, and are being successful. It's so nice to see, after endless derision, hate, lies, Elon bad, from the hate stream media, politicians, Hollywood NPCs, actually just NPCs in general, it's so nice to see a few people recognizing Elon Musk's contribution to positively advancing life on Earth. Better still, the Trump administration. Boy oh boy, talk about a contrast from 4 years of government harassment of Elon and his companies, actively snubbing Musk and Tesla, extreme corruption regarding government contracts, rural broadband, harassment around SpaceX launches, compliance, the theft of Tesla's Valor, the EV summit falsely crediting General Motors with pushing the electric vehicle revolution, forcing the whole industry to adapt, change, and to move to electric vehicles. The pendulum has swung. Elon Musk was a dirty word in the Biden admin, only ever uttered when discussing how he could be investigated and harassed by the government. But unlike the big guy, the puppet, the face of the machine, Donald J. Trump recognizes Elon Musk's contributions and, most important of all, his intellect and his ability to be useful. Before we get to Elon Musk's appearance with Trump today, just prior to Trump's inauguration as the 47th President of the United States, we heard earlier from Piers Morgan. Just think about what Elon Musk has done in business, the incredible results, which are what matters. Results, one more time, the results, unmatched. Nobody can produce such results across a broad range of industries and technologies. Well, guess what? Trump is giving Musk essentially free rein to apply his big brain to producing extraordinary results. The biggest, most bureaucratic, at least currently, organization on the planet, the United States government. This is going to be abso-fucking-lutely epic. What's good for the US is good for Tesla.
We're going to also slash something else, the waste in our bloated federal bureaucracy. We will create the new Department of Government Efficiency, headed by a gentleman named Elon Musk, who's here someplace. I don't know where the hell he is. He's here someplace. Come here, Elon. Did Did you see his rocket yesterday? It was captured. And X is with him. X. Come on, Elon, say a couple of words.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry, little X just followed me on the stage here. He's a very enthusiastic supporter, as you can see. Woo! Yeah. So we're looking forward to making a lot of changes, and you know this victory is the start, really. What matters going forward is to actually make significant changes, cement those changes, and set the foundation for America to be strong for a century, for centuries, forever. So. And make America great again. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do great things here. Thank you.
Now, before we get back to Trump's comments today, he just can't help but praise Elon Musk even more. I wanted to emphasize something we heard there from Musk, essentially talking about building a foundation for enduring prosperity in the United States. I saw this post from some guy just after Trump's crushing victory in the election, which he gained support in 49 out of 50 states in the US. And this guy said, the message could not be clearer. It will be amazing watching the US fulfill its potential over the next 4 years and to see the foundation built for many safe, prosperous decades ahead. Make no mistake, folks, the Department of Government Efficiency, the Trump administration, this is not about the next 4 years. This is about building a base for long-term, sustained, enduring prosperity in the United States. Just as AI begins to eat everything, productivity, GDP go through the roof, our lives become so much better. Everyone significantly better off. This is the best possible timeline we find ourselves in. I just don't think people appreciate it. The future is going to be amazing. And while we're reading posts from this dumb fuck with 3 first names on X, who obviously is always wrong about everything, just thought I'd read another one, also from earlier in November. Quote, Trump's second term will be the most consequential in US history. Oh, them's fighting words. What a audacious call. Most consequential in US history. Come on, bro, you must be high. This guy goes on to say that the administration has a 100x vision, seeming to suggest that they're not looking for incremental and temporary short-term change, but massive transformation. The next point, monumental high return on investment policies across the board. And the next point, suggesting that the second Trump administration will transform the US and fuel a golden era of growth and prosperity. He then goes on to say, you are not ready for the scale, speed, and impact of this enduring transformation. I'll tell you what, this guy certainly isn't afraid of making a bold prediction and putting it out there for the world to see. In response to this post, some guy called Elon Musk, one of his subscribers, replies, this will be next level. Now, when a guy who has built reusable rockets, transformed multiple industries and created well over $1 trillion, probably $2+ trillion of value in capital markets, employed hundreds of thousands of people, says something's going to be next level and he's personally involved in this very thing, you may want to take him at his word. Okay, back to Donald Trump's statements after Elon Musk's brief appearance today.
Thank you, Elon. You know, I always say we have to be protective of our geniuses because we don't have too many, but that one is a good one. Now, I watched his rocket come down about 3 months ago, and I thought it was crashing. I was talking to somebody on the phone. By the way, same thing happened yesterday. It came down, and it was captured so beautifully. It came down, it's tumbling, it's a mess, it's going down. I say, oh, look at that thing, that's a disaster. And then it gets like a couple of miles away from Earth, and all of a sudden, the engines start going on, the things start, and then I see it coming in and landing in the gantry, and I'm watching it, I'm saying, oh, it's gonna crash, oh, but those engines came out and they blew the fire all over the place. And all of a sudden, those two big arms came and hugged it like you would hug your little baby. And that sucker landed it. Nobody's been able to do that but him. And he's a great guy. And we have him and Vivek and some great people working on a thing called costs. And he's got the credibility to do it, too. We're going to do things that are really amazing. But he went out to Pennsylvania after that. He landed that rocket nobody had ever seen. By the way, China can't do it. Russia can't do it or come close. It will be 10 years before they can do it. And the U.S. can't do it except for him. And it's pretty amazing. But he did that, and then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy, and he was very effective. And he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote-counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, so it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So thank you to Elon. And his son's name, who's cute as a button, his son's name is X. He's the only guy who could get away with the name X. But his son is a great guy. One thing we know, his son is smart. If you believe in the racehorse theory, he's got a nice, smart son. But thank you very much to Elon and everybody. We've had so much help. Every radical and foolish executive order of the Biden administration will be repealed within hours of when I take the oath of office. Oh, you're going to have a lot of fun watching television tomorrow. Somebody said yesterday, sir, don't sign so many in one day. Let's do it over a period of weeks. I said, like hell, we're going to do it over weeks. We're going to sign them at the beginning. You know that old story. Let's do it later. Then it never gets done. No, we're doing them tomorrow.
Bro clearly ain't fucking around. By the way, great philosophy there. Never leave until tomorrow that which can be done today. Unless, of course, being a loser's your goal, in which case, go for it. Let me try and frame what's about to happen. Prior to starting this YouTube channel, a few years beforehand, I'd have conversations with people privately, and they just wouldn't get it. Trying to explain what's happening with Tesla, what's around the corner, and they just didn't get it. I got so fucking mad that people didn't get it. I'm like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to start putting this shit on the internet, so at least I can say, well, I tried my best to warn you, and here we are. People weren't understanding what was around the corner with Tesla. They just couldn't see. It was just driving me fucking bananas, so I had to say something. Well, this is round fucking 2. I just don't think people broadly understand how encumbered the US has been with inept bureaucrats, incompetent quote-unquote leadership, brain-dead policies, huge amounts of grift and waste and fraud within the US government regarding contracts, supplies. Bro, the amount of red tape and bureaucracy slowing progress, preventing companies from getting shit done. Never mind the actively hostile Biden administration, who've had it in for Elon and his companies from day one. When I use the term golden era and I talk about prosperity, it's not hyperbole. I mean, I often do speak in hyperbole, but this time I ain't fucking around, okay? The United States, over the next 4 years and beyond that, when the foundation is laid, is going to enter an absolutely incredible era of economic prosperity, abundance, and progress. And the most consequential US company by far is Tesla, who have already told their investors that they're going to be scaling up production of their dedicated Cybertruck and autonomous vehicle, a new range of more affordable vehicles prior to then, first half of this year, and expecting to see Optimus humanoid robot production increase by 100 times over the next 2 years. 5,000 a year to 50 to 500,000. And that's just in the first half of the Trump term. Donald Trump is an incredibly smart man, which triggers a lot of leftards, but it's true. He actually has a very large brain, as evidenced by his incredible track record of doing extremely complicated, difficult things, such as slaying it in the construction business, having a #1 hit television show, being a marketing genius, and now second term as the United States president. Oh, he just got lucky. No, you're just retarded and you can't see how smart the guy is. This is the perfect scenario for Tesla. And I mean perfect. When producing vehicles, which was last decade's news for Tesla, inept leadership, slow economy, not that big of a deal. But when scaling a fleet of robotaxis and building humanoid robots for use in business, if you have an innovation-friendly, manufacturing-friendly, job-friendly, economically literate president, you've hit the fucking jackpot. The thesis is pretty simple, right? A rising tide lifts all boats. What's good for the US is very good for Tesla. who are going to be scaling massively in the next few years. But the second piece of the puzzle, it's not just that, bro, is that Elon Musk has Trump's ear. Because Trump recognizes Elon is a genius. He has a lot of great ideas. And he's giving him free rein to help the US prosper. Again, back to Piers Morgan earlier in this video. Elon is MVP of Earth. He's got the track record to back it up. Who better to be in the ear of Trump, who wants the US to prosper, than a guy who has a track record of prosperity, of innovation, of disruption, of value creation? You guys have no idea how fucking amazing the next few years and decades are going to be. The stars have completely aligned. This shit is amazing. Get ready. Just hours from now, the golden era begins. Want more content? Early access? A bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.